All right, welcome to another ffmpeg tutorial. So I made a tutorial on how to use ffmpeg, which is really powerful to convert videos from one format to another. Someone asked how you do it for a bunch of files in a folder, so I'm going to show you that today. So what I did was I made a folder called ffmpeg that has two videos from my recent road trip, and they are in the QuickTime movie format. So this is .mov. So that's what they look like. I'm going to go ahead and show you what to do the batch conversion. So the first thing you want to do is open up text edit and copy this in. So this is what it looks like, and I'm going to describe what the file does. It's actually two lines. So the first line just tells your Mac that this is a bash script. If you're not using bash, you're going to have to change to whatever your shell is. I think that most Macs are using bash. There's a switch to, like, you know, the ZHS shell, but for me, I'm using bash. So just something to be aware of. The next line is actually what does the magic, and there are three parts to it. This is the first bit, and I'll go through it slowly so you can see what it does. But basically what this does is it loops through every file in your folder, and it creates a list in memory that stores all of the file name. So this bit here tells the system to look for the name of the file and takes the full name of the file. And then this next part in the curly brackets is all the extensions that you're interested in. Okay, so you can see here that we're looking at WebM, WMV, MOV, AVI, and MPEG. You'll notice here that I have a capital MOV as well. Macs are case sensitive, so uppercase MOV is different from lowercase MOV, and also different from mixed case, like that. Okay, but add as many in as you want and separate them by commas. The little f here could really be anything. You could call it file name. I'm just using f because it's short. Okay, so that's the first part. The second part is this guy right here, and it actually issues the command to ffmpeg as a loop. So it goes through the list of file names and tells ffmpeg to do the conversion. So if you see my previous video, this is the ffmpeg command, -i as the input. Instead of giving it a file name, we're now using this $f, which basically is a variable that references the list of file names. The next bit should be familiar. This is the codec we're going to use for the video codec. So I'm using H.264. You can use something else. I don't know, libx 265. Okay, whatever. But I'm going to use H.264. Next bit is the audio codec. Here I've specified AAC, but you can certainly do FLAC, you can do MP3, you can do whatever, right? So, and then the last part is where you would normally put the output file name. And again, we're going to reference the F variable right here, so that we're taking the actual name of the file, we're keeping it the same, and then we're attaching the extension MP4, okay, to tell ffmpeg that we want to make this to an MP4 container. You can certainly change it to MKV or whatever else you want. Last bit is just to tell the script that we're done with our loops. So that's what it does. So this is the important part if you're using text edit to make your file. You want to go up to format and make sure you convert this to plain text. So you get this warning, just say OK. What happens is that you can see the text gets tiny, right? Because it's not rich text anymore, it's just plain text. Rich text was what I did so that you can see it. I can make the text bigger and you can read it easier. But if you need to, just go back to that part of the video, pause the screen, and copy it all down. Okay. So once you do that, you can close out of text edit. And in fact, you know what? I don't like to make this any extensions. I'm just going to delete it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put sh for shell script, but you don't have to. All right. And then what we do is we go to our terminal, and I've already changed to that folder. The next bit is an important bit. You need to make your file executable as a shell script. And the way you do that is with the chmod command. So chmod a plus x, the name of the file, hit enter. That will basically make it executable. And then to run it, you just put period / and then the name of the script, hit enter. And you can see that it goes through and is doing the conversion. I made these files lower resolution, and they're only like 15-17 seconds, so it's going pretty fast. You can see that it's, you know, up to 10 seconds already in the second file. So there it is. So as you're looking through the output here, whenever you try to do files that don't exist, it just basically tells you. So there's no, you know, .mpg file in this folder, no .avi. So as it's looping through that, it's not finding any of those files. That's all this says, right? But for the ones that it can find, it'll convert it to MP4, as we see here. That's annoying. So now all of my .mov QuickTime movie files are now converted to .mp4. And I did this with 2 files, but it'll work with 10, 20, 100, 500, as long as you have you know, enough drive space. So there's the file. Hope you found it useful. Give me a thumbs up, and let me know if you have any questions. That's basically it. Good luck.